After IDF ground offensive flattens Gaza, Israel starts pumping seawater in Hamas tunnels. US points to Gaza hostages amid tunnel flooding reports. Hostages collateral damage into Israel's Gaza onslaught.
Well, Israel has now started targeting Hamas's key assets, their tunnels. Weeks have passed since Israel started its ground of invasion in Gaza, and now reports are emerging that the Israeli military has begun pumping seawater into Hamas's complex tunnel system in Gaza. And according to a Wall Street Journal report, where they have cited unnamed US officials, Israel has started flooding these tunnels. They say the process of flooding could take time. Israel added 2 more pumps to the 5 pumps already installed last month. These pumps have been positioned near the Al-Shati refugee camp in Gaza City. The US officials further added that the process of flooding the tunnels will likely take weeks. Reports further state that some in Biden administration have raised their concerns. They say using seawater might not be effective and could endanger Gaza's fresh water supply. Moreover, it can risk the hostages who might be kept inside the Gaza tunnels, while other officials in the Biden administration say the process can help destroy the tunnels where Israel believes Hamas is hiding hostages, its fighters and their ammunition. Israel is yet to respond to the reports, although when the US president was asked about Israel pumping seawater in Hamas tunnels, he said he cannot confirm whether any hostages taken by Hamas are still inside the tunnels or not.
With regard to the flooding of the tunnels, I'm not there is assertions being made that there's quite sure there are no hostages in any of these tunnels, but I don't know that for a fact.
As Israel resorts to flooding Hamas's tunnel, the Netanyahu-led government has now released data on the number of soldiers that have been killed in Gaza. So far, 105 soldiers have been killed in the Gaza Strip since the ground operation began. This includes the hostages. The Israeli army says 13 soldiers killed in Gaza were mistakenly identified as Hamas members. The Israeli army added that additional 7 soldiers were killed in other operational accidents during the war. It stated that most of the cases in which soldiers were killed by the IDF fire were during armored corps or air force attacks. Earlier, Israel stated that 1,593 Israeli soldiers have been wounded since October 7th. And well, for the very latest now, it's over to my colleague Jody Cohen.
The Wall Street Journal has reported that according to some US officials, the Israel Defense Forces have started to pump seawater into some of the Hamas tunnels. Now, last month, the newspaper reported that the IDF was considering the idea of flooding the 500-kilometer network of tunnels that Hamas has built under Gaza as a way to flush out the terrorists and permanently disable the tunnels from being used to launch attacks on Israel. Now, the tactic has been used against Hamas in the past by Egypt, and this saw a temporarily negative impact on agriculture, so some environmentalists have expressed concern at the idea. Last week, IDF Chief Halevi suggested that flooding the tunnels is a good idea and is one of a few options being explored. The Washington Post report said the idea is still under consideration. This is Jody Cohen for WION World as One.